Ms. Fleak, you testified previously, and you testified regarding the collection of evidence that took place on June 25th, 2009, as well as June 29th, 2009. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And first, in regard to your collection of the syringe from the IV stand, or excuse me, the syringe rather from the nightstand on June 25th, 2009, the item you booked as medical evidence number 1, that was recovered by you and photographed by you on June 25th, 2009, as you previously testified?
Correct.
All right. And I noticed in the medical evidence report, it indicates collected by Coroner Investigator Fleak on June 26, 2009. Is that in fact the date it was received by the toxicologist?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And did you actually document the recovery of that item on June 25th, 2009 in an evidence log that you had referenced yesterday?
Yes, I did.
I have a copy of that evidence log, Your Honor. May it be marked Peoples 173 for identification?
Yes.
And that's Peoples 173. Ms. Fleak, showing, well, let me go to the top here. This indicated an evidence log for coroner's case number 2009-04415.
Right.
And at the very bottom of that form, it indicates Fleak, June 25th, 2009, referring to medical evidence. Is that referencing medical evidence number 1?
Correct.
And then subsequently, there are other entries, but for example, on June 29th, you have medical evidence. Now you've numbered that number 2 as collected on June 29th, 2009?
Yes.
All right. Now, are there a large number of photographs that were taken in this case, Ms. Fleak?
There's a lot of photographs.
On different dates?
Yes.
And photographs of, for example, similar or the same room, but taken on different dates?
Right.
All right. And between yesterday and today, have you had an opportunity to review those photographs with their date identified to go through them and determine which photograph was specifically taken on which date?
Yes.
All right. And on June 25th, 2009, did you go into the master bedroom area? Not the room where the decedent was found, but the master bedroom area?
Yes, I testified yesterday. I did go into that room. I did not search it.
All right. You did not search it? You did not search it?
Correct. I did not search it.
I think you had just... yesterday, was it your recollection that you might have just poked your head in or just kind of...
Right. I glanced in the room. I went into the room. I glanced around.
All right.
I did not search that room.
The photograph that Mr. Chernoff, I believe it was Mr. Chernoff, showed you yesterday, standing, it appears to be a hallway. Now that you've had an opportunity to go compare it with the photographs, was that you on June 25th, 2009?
Yes.
All right. I have a diagram, Your Honor, of what amounts to, I believe, the entire second floor of 100 North Carrollwood. May this be marked Peoples 174 for identification?
Yes.
Ms. Fleak, do you understand, do you recognize what's shown in
Yes,
this
I do.
diagram? I'm sorry?
Yes, I do.
All right. First, zooming in, do you recognize this area I'm pointing to, the second floor bedroom number 2, well, beginning with the foyer, second floor bedroom number 2, bedroom closet, going to the bathroom, as a previously referenced People's Exhibit?
Yes.
Now, in this larger diagram, if I zoom out, this, where I'm pointing here to the left, this master bedroom, do you recognize the layout of this master bedroom where it appears to proceed down a hallway where I'm indicating with the pointer? On one side veers off to a master bath, on another side veers to a large walk-in closet, continuing down that hallway into a bath vanity area as well as closet area.
Yes.
And looking then at, well, this was a defense exhibit yesterday, but I'll have this photograph of you in a, appears to be a hallway area. May I have this marked People's 175, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ms. Fleak, as you had the opportunity to go through the dated photographs between yesterday and today, and looking at the diagram, were you able to ascertain that this was in fact taken on June 25th, again with you near the area of the master bathroom and the closet area?
Yes.
And in reviewing the diagram, were you able to, are you able to show us on the diagram where you are in that picture, People's 175?
Yes, I can.
And what I'll do, okay, you have the laser pointer with you?
I do.
And looking at People's 174, can you indicate with the pointer again?
Near the left side of the diagram in
Okay.
this area.
And as you're, again, putting up People's 175, as you're standing, are you in fact in the door archway of the bathroom looking toward the closet?
Towards the closet, correct.
And so if I indicate on this diagram an arrow from the bathroom to the closet, I'll put a circle around that. Does this indicate where you're standing in the photograph looking toward this closet area?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now you're also asked about the IV stand and the tubing being looped around the handle of that IV stand. Do you recall that questioning?
I do.
And again, were you able to go through the various photographs that are dated and assemble a series of photographs reflecting the IV tubing on the various dates in question?
Yes.
And I have two separate photographs showing the IV tubing on June 25th, 2009. May these be marked People's 176 and 177, respectively?
Yes.
Do you recognize this photo and it's dated June 25th, 2009?
Yes.
And were you able to confirm that date by going back through the photographs that are in fact dated?
Right.
And looking at this photograph,
Which is 176?
yes, Your Honor, People's 176. Do you see the tubing, again, looped over this handle as you had indicated to Mr. Chernoff yesterday?
Yes, it's draped over it.
All right.
Or hanging on it.
And showing you People's 177, just a different view. Do you again in People's 177 see a close-up photograph, again with the syringe in the port and the tubing draped over the IV handle?
Yes.
And the next date that you personally were at the scene then was June 29th, 2009?
Right.
You're going to have a series of 4 photographs dated June 29th, 2009. May these first photograph be marked 178, The second photograph is actually a series of 4 photographs showing their sequential numbering. May that be marked People's 179. A photograph of the IV stand with the syringe hanging from it, People's 180. And a close-up of the same photograph dated June 29, 2009, People's 181, Your Honor.
178 through 181 respectively.
I hope you'll be able to view this from there, Ms. Fleak. I'm going to show you People's 178. Picture is dated June 29, 2009. I'm going to zoom in. And can you tell in this photograph that on June 29th now the syringe is still draped over the handle just as it was on June 25th, 2009?
Yes.
All right. Going to 179, which is a series of 4 photographs from the June 29, 2009 series of photographs. Do you recognize what is in, I'll turn this the right way around, but photograph ending in 092, do you see where I'm pointing?
Yes.
And is that the same photograph you just recognized in People's 178?
Yes.
All right. So looking at the photograph again, 092, then 093 is a photograph of a saline bag. 094 is a photograph of the cardiology book on the table. And then next in sequence, 095 is a photograph now of the syringe no longer draped over the handle but hanging freely. Do you see that?
Yes.
And is that photograph the same as what is marked in People's 180?
Yes, it's the same photograph.
Okay. Again, now the tubing is hanging straight down.
Yes, it's no longer draped.
And then a close-up of the same vantage point taken June 29th, People's 189, no longer draped.
Right.
All right.
You said 189.
I'm sorry, 181. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So prior, was the syringe actually removed from being draped for purposes of taking the photograph?
Yes, on the 29th.
I'm sorry.
Waiting.
The objection sustained. The last answer stricken. Disregard, please. Re-ask.
Well, in the very immediately preceding the photograph where the syringe is hanging freely, we have this June 29th picture where it is draped over the handle. Is that how it was on June 29th initially?
Yes.
All right. And then for purposes of photographing it, was it removed from being draped over the handle?
Yes.
All right. And that is what is reflected on People's 180 that I'm holding up here on the screen.
Yes.
So from June 25th to arrival back to the house on June 29th, upon initial observations, the tubing was in the same exact position draped over the handle of the IV stand.
Right.
And there are other photos, but let me just show you People's 176 back to June 25th, 2009.